Girl, look, the people is around here saying Toya done set up Anila and Dr. Karen. And I ain't gonna lie. That's exactly what it looked like. Y'all ready to talk about it? Cue the music! Oh yes, bitches and hoes. I'm back.
I'll drop a player like it's nothing, it ain't working out. Now no debate up for discussion, bitch, I'm walking out. My time is money, I ain't loving, let you toast it out. Flip my weave and walk it out, look how I just bossed it out. Now come on baby, why you bugging, we can't talk it out. I keeps it moving, I ain't tripping, lost another spouse. I'm just a boss, it's in my blood, no I won't scream or shout. Grabbing my keys.
Cause oh yes, bitches and hoes, I'm back. Back with another video, and we're here to discuss Married to Medicine Season 9. I forgot. It's going to be right down there in the description, girl. Listen, did Toya set up Anila? Because I ain't going to lie, the timing and the situation and everything is giving a little maybe. Let's get into it. Well, the episode opens up. Dr. Karen is down there talking to them kids about being back at the house. Because, you know, they had left and went to Savannah by the mom. You know, the very mom she was trying to kick out after the robbery. I don't blame them. I really don't blame him. I don't think I could feel comfortable in my home or safe in my home knowing that it was violated like that. Like Anila said, her and the daughter actually went upstairs and saw all the cabinets everywhere open. That's how they knew it was a damn robbery. Dr. Karen had to call the doggone police and get his family up out of there. And go by the very mama y'all was trying to kick out. Look at God. But anyway, it still wasn't a good thing the doggone go through, and they were gone for weeks. So they back asking the kids if they feeling safe, and the kids is eating that pizza like, child, we don't know, we don't really care. But Dr. Karen said he's stepping up his game now. His family was in danger, so he got a camera in every corner, every room, every door, everything is on camera, live feed. He ain't playing. Now listen, that's a man. A man gonna protect his home. Now Dr. Karen don't look like he could just throw no blows, as he shouldn't, but he is putting in measures to make sure his family is protected. I'm here for it, but Anila's whole thing is, it's not given. I feel like Toya has something to do with it. It's just too timely. You know what I mean? They go upstairs. Anila's over there catching the doggone Holy Ghost because all her jewelry gone. Like Dr. Karen said, that's minuscule things. Those are possessions. We can replace them. I love Dr. Karen. He's so like, how did you find Anila? You just wanted a beautiful woman. I think that's what it was. Because y'all just don't, you know. But they think that Toya has something to do with it. And Toya, it looks very suspicious. We'll get there. Now, Mason and Quiet is eating. Miss Quiet, I love you to death, Fat. I'm going to need you and Mason to be doing something other than eating. I know you be cooking. We want these children to grow up healthy. I need you and Mason to be doing something a little bit other than cooking and eating. You know what I'm saying? He's such a handsome young boy. But they in there eating. He got stuff all over his face. And, you know, Mason gonna say what it was. Ask her, did you wipe your mouth with this napkin? No, boy, just wipe your mouth. Cecil and Simone is over there talking about the book. And they ain't, you know, they trying to figure that part out. And Toya's husband is over there cooking. And she asking him why he cooking with grease. Have you seen Dr. Eugene? Let's move on. We move to the next scene. Dr. Jackie is introducing Dr. Pullard, I think that's her name, to the nurse practitioner. So she ended up hiring the last girl. She said she really liked the girl. She said she fits in all the boxes and checks all the boxes. And she's bringing the girl around. And Jackie is telling her, look, when you put stuff down, put it down in order. Don't just leave it out like this, blah, 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 blah. Producers was like, you think you might be OCD? Oh, no, I would never be OCD. Jackie, yes, she is. They did the flashbacks of all the things you were OCD about. It might be a little bit, but you got a little OCD going on. But she said she don't think it's excessive. But she asked Dr. Bullock for any suggestions, and the girl said she want pink gloves, and Dr. Jackie said, you got pink glove money? Girl, you better use these purple ones and call it home. It kind of reminds me of when you ask your mama for McDonald's, and she said, you got McDonald's money? I know that's right, Dr. Jackie. But Dr. Jackie said Dr. Bullock reminds herself of her, because when she first came in, she was young, you know, trying to figure it out, getting lost, and, you know, just trying to get her footing, and she wants to see that out of Dr. Bullock, because that's basically how she is. But she gives her a gift, and it's this Gucci, I don't know if it's a medical thing, but it's a Gucci medical thing. Hell, Dr. Bullock was like, that's the type of gifts you giving? Like, everybody around here rocking Gucci? Is. Stop acting crazy. But Dr. Jackie is happy that she had some help. She can finally get off early now. She ain't got to be working till the wee hours in the morning looking at no coochie. I'm here for it. On the flip side, Dr. Eugene is in the car with Ashton and Toya. He talking about he's taking a new job as an oncology urgent care specialist. So he out the ER. He gonna have a set schedule Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. maybe one Saturday, ain't doing no Sundays, you hit and you dead. He said he's going to be basically working only with the cancer patients. I like that for Dr. Eugene because I feel like the ER was really tearing him down. He's excited about it. Toya's excited about it. She said, now we can have night sex. He said, well, what's wrong with the day sex? She was like, you asleep during the day. That's why she liked the shower head. I'm sorry. That's, in my opinion, why she liked the shower head. But it's Ashton's 12th birthday dinner, and he wanted to do a dinner instead of party, and they basically on their way to go get some meat and stuff so that they can make the dinner. Apparently, Ashton is a cook. A chef, I'm sorry. And he wants to cook for his friends for his birthday. Come on now, Ashton. Now, they get in there, and he asked for some steak I ain't never heard of. What was it, Wagyu beef? That man said, we ain't got no more fat. And Dr. Eugene said, good, because I ain't got no money. So they get some tomahawks. That was still some good-ass steak. Oh, Lord. But, you know, Toya, her husband could cook. If he can't do nothing else, if he can't satisfy her in the bed, he gonna feed him. You know, and sometimes that's a good flop and switch. I take it. Let's move on. Dr. Simone and Cecil calls Omarosa because they want Omarosa to give them her feedback on what she think about the final, you know, revision of their book. Girl, they call Omarosa on that phone, and Omarosa said, girl, look, I have to give you the straight up guide on this truth because, you know, she a best-selling author. She said, girl, y'all left out everything except why y'all getting divorced. What's going on? You don't want people to buy this and not really get the meat and potatoes of marriage because you talk about all the good stuff, but we got to talk about the bad stuff too. Like, it's not just about the good stuff. The problem with that is they didn't address it because Dr. Simone feels like, hell, we hadn't addressed it with each other yet. How are we going to put it in the book? Dr. Simone's afraid that even putting that in the book, you know, could be something that sparks another issue. Omarosa's whole thing was this. Listen, I'm afraid for y'all to talk about it because it may end up to be something bad, but it's a conversation that needs to be had. And if you're going to go all out and all in on this book, you got to put it all in there, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Don't just say we broke up. Tell us why. Now, they did a flashback, and like Dr. Jackie said, not Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone said, we really broke up because he allowed another woman into our marriage and have say-so. That's just really what it was. Now, this was apart from her interview with Cecil. And she said she feels like Cecil ain't ready to own that yet. Cecil was like, honestly, we need to just have a conversation. Let's just do it. Let's just have a conversation, get it over with and done. But, you know, it's a scary thing to talk about. In my opinion, Dr. Simone and Cecil, if y'all not going to be transparent with this book, just hold on to it till y'all figure out something, till y'all get some more therapy. Even Cecil said, hell with the book, we need therapy. Now, Simone was laughing, Dr. Simone was laughing, but it quickly fizzled out because he ain't lied. He ain't told one lie. Y'all need to get that part together. Moving on, Dr. Jackie is at work and she tells her crew, girl, we closing down at 2:30. Dr. Bullet and her crew moving in and we moving on out. Dr. Jackie says she been getting off during the day. She get outside, it's still the sun outside. She ain't know what that looked like. She ain't seen that since she was in high school, college or whatever. And she's here for it. She said, Curtis ain't gonna know what to do with her. She gonna have more time to play with Curtis and go home and whatnot. And you know, she's just happy about that. She happy she got some help around her. That's good. So now she gets home and she's like, Curtis, I'm home. And Curtis looking at her like, what the hell you doing here? But get used to it, Curtis. Your wife is gonna be there. That's just what it is. But he said he behind his wife 100% because you know she got 15 million businesses. Dr. Jackie is the Candy Burris of Married to Medicine. She gonna make that coin if she don't do nothing else. Like Dr. Jackie said, I want my hands in 15 different pots. And Curtis was just like, hell, you ain't been here before anyway. At least you gonna make more money, girl. Bye. We can do it. So he ends up telling her because she said we can play golf together. And he gives her this golf bag, and she was like, oh, it's making me moist. He took it back. Listen, I would have took it back too, Dr. Jackie. Let's move on. It's the day of the dinner party for little Ashton, and this little girl that Ashton like, who he act like he don't like. She not gonna make it. She done got tested positive for the C-19. Girl, you know, Toya was like, I don't know how he's gonna take it. I don't want to tell him. It's gonna break his heart. Dr. Eugene was like, if he do take it a bad way, you'll never know. He don't open up to you like that. Ashton ain't like that. But, you know, at true man fashion, Dr. Eugene was like, he gonna be all right. Just tell him. Just tell him before the guests get here so he won't be surprised. So then, boom, Ashton come on down. And Toya's still nervous, but they tell him, Toya's whole idea was, look, we got some roses, red roses. When the girls come in, we want you to give the girls red roses. Oh, by the way, the girl you say you don't like, she ain't gonna be here. She tested positive for that thing, for that Rona. And he like, yeah, I know. Girl, it's the age of social media. Them children already be done new. But he ain't doing no tripping about that. He gonna cry when he get in the bedroom later on. But they start doing the cooking. I ain't gonna lie, that steak look good as hell. His friends arrive. He give the girls their flowers, and he tells them what's on the menu. They got chicken, beef, and beignets for dinner. Now, them children running around there asking, what the hell is a beignet? Beignet is a French donut. I'm from New Orleans. I got a box of them downstairs. Girl, that's what we do. We eat that with powdered sugar. You're going to love it, churn. Don't ask no questions. Just eat it. You'll like it. So they're going to have some beignets for dinner. I wonder if y'all had the real mix. Y'all had that Cafe Du Monde mix, Toya? No, that other stuff ain't real. It ain't authentic. It's got to be Cafe Du Monde mix. So they served the food. Dr. Eugene showed them the meats. Toya's over there in the confessional saying, you know, I'm so happy about Ashton and all his milestones. I want to be there for all his milestones except for when he finally get laid. Dr. Eugene said, no worries, girl. He ain't going to take it anyway. He don't get down with you like that. But she's happy for her son. She's happy for her son. Let's move on. Dr. Heavenly house and Quad and Jackie arrived. So apparently Dr. Heavenly just lost her mother. And Quad and Dr. Jackie arrives to have a conversation with her. Check on her, basically, see how she's doing. And basically, Dr. Heavenly's whole thing is, you know, my mom passed, you know. But one thing I know about my mama, she always loved me. I ain't never doubt that. She made sure I was successful. She the reason I am who I am today. And she brings up her sister. Now, her mama's final, one of her final wishes was that her and her sister get on the same page. Apparently, I guess they beefing. She said that, you know, she agreed to that with her mama, but she just hadn't yet to make the call to actually schedule counseling or anything with her sister. Dr. Heavenly, listen, I only had one sister by my biological mother. By my mother. I'm saying biological. By my mother. And I wish to God I had her. Make it right with your sister. That's all I'm going to say. She's going through it. But you can tell Dr. Jackie is the type of person, she's Dr. Jackie. Dr. Heavenly is the type of person that she's so strong-minded and so, you'll never know. But she says she's doing all right. You know, she just got to figure out things with her sister. Even Dr. Jackie said that, you know, Heavenly has always had to be strong. She was raised like that. And she feel like that's basically the front Heavenly is putting on. But Dr. Heavenly, she's got her stuff. Now, Heavenly said that she went and saw a prophetess. And immediately the prophetess was like, oh, you just lost somebody close to you, right? And she was just like, oh, tell me more. And apparently the prophetess was just like, listen, you got to figure this stuff out. You're going to be okay, but you got to make everything right. Now, Dr. Heavenly says the whole thing with her sister feel like the house is haunted. Girl, your sister tripping. That house ain't haunted, but it might be. Let's move on. Dr. Jackie is hosting a vaccine drive for the thank yous to the people who basically said, you know, came out there and helped her with the vaccines and all that. Remember last season when they was administering vaccines? Now, that's just basically all the girls. Unless other people was there and we ain't see them, that's all the girls. But the problem is Dr. Jackie got these girls outside in Georgia in the cold. Girl, it look cold on the TV. I be down. Talking about because we just had the vaccines. We don't want to spray nothing around. Oh, girl, please. Bring us inside. Now, the decorator said, now, girl, what happened when moving from outside or inside to outside? And she told him about the vaccine thing and all that, and the C-19 and all that. But like he said, I got these heat lamps for you, girl, but that's about all I could do. I don't know what else you looking for. The setup was nice, but come on now, Dr. Jackie. That ain't cool. That is not cool. So now, Simone and Cecil are the first to arrive, and the first thing they say is, hell, it's cold out here. But Dr. Jackie said, not Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone said one thing about Dr. Jackie. She ain't having no mess inside her house. She ain't putting no quiet. Y'all heifers ain't come and tear my house up like you tore quiet. I'm here for it. Heavenly and Daddy arrived. Dr. Heavenly and Daddy arrived. They say it's cold. Contestant and her husband arrived begging to go inside because it's cold. Dr. Simone basically tells Dr. Simone and Dr. Heavenly is at the food truck because I guess that's where the barbecue or whatever is coming from. And Dr. Heavenly said, you need to go get your man a plate. And she said, I ain't doing that. That ain't how our marriage is, baby. I do what's required. And getting a plate ain't required. Dr. Cecil, why I keep making this man a doctor? Cecil can go get his own plate is what she said. And Dr. Heavenly, see, that's why me and Daddy, we so good because, you know, me and Daddy, I always get him a plate. That's why I think we have the most sex because see, y'all don't blah, blah. Girl, Dr. Heavenly, stop it. But anyway, they go back over there, and Dr. Heavenly is ragging on Dr. Simone for not getting her husband a plate, and she said what she said in front of him. I ain't getting no damn plate. He know where the doggone truck at. Quad and Toya and Eugene arrive. They won't go inside because it's cold. And Curtis and Cecil tells Dr. Eugene, listen, our wives are OBGYNs. They don't get no plates. AKA, they make too much money to be a damn housewife and serve us. They wear the pants. Like Candy Burris and Ty Tucker. You get it? Dr. Cecil said, oh. And then look at Toya. Baby, you gonna get me a plate? He said, I don't mind. And then he get his confession and say, I don't feel no way about getting my wife a plate, as you shouldn't. But if she a stay-at-home mom, let's move on. Oh, yeah, so he ain't worried about what people say about him getting his doggone wife a plate. Okay. Anila called and FaceTime and basically said they're not feeling safe and they feel like they was targeted. She says, yeah, I feel like it was a hit. It was a hit, basically. Quiet gets in her confessional and agree. Contessa reads the definition of targeted, and she feels like, why would somebody target her? Now, the guys on the flip side are struggling with the heat lamp, and Dr. Eugene said he's a fix-it person because he works in the ER. All the other doctors, they don't do nothing. So he was over there to help them with the heat lamp. So now, Toya brings up the fact that she had a Christmas party the same night that Anila got robbed and nobody saw nothing. Now this is the Toya, you're looking funny. Now you had a Christmas party. This is a gated community, Toya, and none of your people saw nothing. None of the gates was prowled through. Nobody snuck in. There wasn't no suspicious activity. Anila's house was the only house to get robbed. Yet you had the whole hood at your house the same night and nobody saw nothing. Do you want to look like a suspect? Because you're giving definitely a suspect. I don't know. That's what you're giving. It looked like you did set the girl up. And at first I was like, I don't think so. But anyway, so now Heavenly even said she's suspicious about it. Because why would that girl have all that going on the night, of all of this? Well, now Toya said maybe it's because Anila is a liar. And like Quad said, well, you a liar, but your house ain't getting broke into. Now that prompts an issue between her and Quad. And then basically Toya said, you lied about my family. And she said, and that's what Dr. Heavenly said. Now this prompts Dr. Heavenly to jump up and say, don't bring me in that bitch. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's between y'all. I've heard a lot of rumors about you and your man and your family and the man you allegedly sleeping with. I ain't saying nothing about that. Don't bring that on me. Now, Toya's whole view is, but Dr. Heavenly, I wouldn't have knew about none of this if you wouldn't have brought it up. Don't put that on Heavenly. You over there like Drew with that displaced anger. That should go toward Aziza, whatever her name is. The girl who told you. The girl who ran around spreading the doggone rumor, her and Anila. That ain't got nothing to do with Heavenly. Honestly, I felt like Heavenly was doing a very kind act that I wouldn't have did it. You ain't my friend in real life, but who knows? So now Dr. Jackie was like, you ain't about to put my name in there. She jumps up and said, my mama just died and you heifers trying to put me in y'all bullshit. Y'all gonna kiss my ass and climb a tree. When I tell you I'm gonna use that phrase, gonna use it. Y'all can kiss my ass and climb a tree. And she went to storm out, but she didn't know how to open Dr. Jackie door. So the storming out didn't quite work well. But when she finally got it open and told Dr. Jackie, let me out this bitch before I tear it up like they did at Quiet House, she let her out, and Dr. Jackie was dying laughing because it was hilarious. It was hilarious. But Heavenly walks on down the stairs and tells Daddy, come on, Daddy, let's go. Now everybody like, oh, Lord. All the men was like, what happened, Daddy? She was like, they trying to put me in something I ain't had nothing to do. She telling Daddy, let's go. Daddy said, well, I guess I see y'all hoes later. Bye. Like I be saying on my videos. Now they going downstairs and she said, listen, tell Eugene, tell your wife keep my name out her mouth. I ain't spreading no rumors about her. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Eugene is sitting there like, here we go again. All the men are basically saying, here we go again. Quiet runs behind Heavenly to say, you right to feel the way you feel. They should have asked you about your mother instead of putting you in some BS. That wasn't right. Contessa even came down and gave her a hug and said, you right. We should have been more concerned about how you feel and your well-being in this moment versus the mess. Now, upstairs, Dr. Jackie was like, well, girl, come on, let's go outside and see what they fighting and fussing about outside. And Dr. Simone pulls Toya aside and was like, look, I get how you feel, but I'm going to need you to sit this one out. That girl just lost her mama. Toya's whole thing is, girl, look, they ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't never lost no mama, so it is what it is. When you coming for me and my husband and my family, I got the right to come back on you. Now, is it insensitive? Yes. But does she have a right to say that? Yes. It's messed up, but it is what it is. Dr. Heavenly lets us know Daddy got a big dick. The men didn't want to know, but it was good information for me to jot down in my memory. Shout out to Dr. Heavenly. And it's just like, I get how Toya feel, but timing. You know, timing. I guess Toya said, hell, we might as well get it out in the open now. But the timing was really bad. So they ready to go outside. Or they outside and, you know, Heavenly and her daddy is getting ready to go. Now, this was the best part or the most key part. Not the most key part, but this was the most telling part about Toya and how she feels. Toya tells Dr. Simone, she said, you know, because everybody thinks that I'm strong, nobody helps me, nobody defends me, because they always feel like, oh, she got it. And that's not always the case. So when I'm fighting back heavy like I'm fighting, I don't need you to come then step in and tell me, oh, well, you shouldn't have said or did this. No. I needed you to do that in the beginning. Don't come in the fourth quarter to tell me I could have did it better. Intervene in the beginning. First quarter. I'm here for it. Toya, you ain't lying. I have the same thing happens to me because I am so boisterous and so quick to stand up for myself. Nobody ever stands up for me. To the tune of even when I be talking to people and how I'm talking to people, and telling them how I'm hurt, they don't really grasp it the way that I'm telling them. They be like, but you good. You always prosper. You always pull through. Sometimes I don't want to pull through. Sometimes I'm still human and a woman. Anyway, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode of Married to Medicine. Heavenly told them heifers, kiss my ass and climb a tree. And I'm here for it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you hoes later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo dog time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.